I, okay. When people talk about making a difference, I always felt like it had to be a giant, life changing gesture or event. To make a difference meant to do something big, leave a mark. However, as I've grown up, and especially after this semester, I'm starting to realize that this is not always the case. Although my internship has made a difference, it was actually a smaller, if not insignificant, event that made me rethink what this meant. Like most people, I love a good iced coffee, and on my break one day, I decided to run over to Starbucks to get one. On my way back to my internship at Cradles to Crayons, an organization that provides kids living below the poverty line with clothing and other essentials, I saw someone standing in the middle of the road. I thought it was weird, but I figured they were just crossing the street. However, as I got closer, I saw that this person was walking almost aimlessly, and she was nearing a construction site that was next to the building. I had a lot of work to do that day, and I figured they were probably fine, so I went to the door and was about to go in when something stopped me. Something about the way this woman was walking seemed off, and as much as I wanted to ignore it, something in me made me stop and turn around. As I got closer, I realized that this wasn't just someone going for a walk, but instead it was a very old, confused woman. I asked her if everything was okay, and she told me she was trying to get home. When I asked where home was, she told me she didn't know. That's when I saw another woman who told me that her name was Janet and that she lived in the memory care part of the assisted living home that was down the street from Cradles to Crayons. I knew then that I could not just leave her, so I told her I'd help her get home. She grabbed onto my hand, her skin rough against mine, and we very slowly started walking back to the building, the uneven sidewalk sprawling out before us. To initially get Janet to walk with me, I had to tell a white lie that we were going to my car because she was not understanding that this was her home now. After about 5 minutes of walking, we neared the assisted living, where I once again explained that this was her new home. We approached the front desk, and all of the nurses turned around and told me how relieved they were. I'm not sure how, but no one had noticed that Janet was missing, but they thanked me profusely for bringing her home. Although this is a very small example, I made a difference in Janet's life because who knows what would have happened if I had just gone inside and ignored what was going on around me. I thought of my own grandmother, who is currently recovering from a stroke and heavily reliant on the people around her. I can only hope that if she were in this situation, someone would have taken her home and kept her safe. Sometimes making a difference doesn't have to be life changing, it can be small. This made me think of my own internship and my special project where I was in charge of the bulk coat order. Through this event, 9,213 kids received a winter coat this year, and although it may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, these small details do matter, whether or not it's a winter coat or helping an elderly woman get home. Making a difference does not have to change the entire world. All it has to do is make a positive change for one person. Our actions do matter, and it's something we all need to be reminded of. Thank you.